Hello students, in the 15th chapter of Social Science Standard 10th, Economic Development, we are in the third part and the final concluding part of this chapter. In the previous two lectures, I explained you about the economic development, what is the difference between progress and development of economy, what are the features of developing economy, then economic and non-economic activities, what is the difference between them, and then we discussed about the different factors of production and the distribution of these factors, the allocation of the resources. In that, first we studied about the market system, in which we saw the features of market system, where it is a free market and ownership of resources are of individual and private. Profit is the main base. Consumer gets opportunity. Distribution of resources is based on profit, and economic decisions are taken while keeping price mechanism in mind. There are benefits also. Abundant production may be done. New explorations are done. Quality of things improve because of competition. So the consumer is having an upper hand. But the limitations are also there because lack of policy related to role of state and natural resources are wasted. Lack of knowledge and ignorance, consumer may be exploited also. Centralization of property is there, income increases, rich becomes richer, poor becomes poor. So same type of things are there in other systems also. But first let us understand the other system of economy, that is known as socialist system. So today we will try to understand this. When you will complete the socialist system, at that time you will little bit understand that what is the difference between socialist and market system, and then we will move towards the mixed system which is going on today in most of the countries, and that is good. So socialist system is originated because of limitations and failures of market system. After the first and second world war in the world, there were different two parts. The world was divided into two groups. India was a country which was in the third group of nations which were not aligned with anyone. So countries like Russia and China had achieved fast economic progress adopting this system, and it was quite opposite. This system was that everything was under the control of the government. Economic decisions were taken by the state machinery. Here machinery means the system, the administration, the government. Like in China, single party rule is there. The Communist Party, they take all the decisions, whatever to produce, how to produce, all things are mostly under the control of the government. States own all the resources of production. Whole economy is managed by the government. State means government. Here don't take state means like Gujarat or Rajasthan or Madhya Pradesh, or country means India, China, Sri Lanka. State means government. All decisions pertaining to productions, investment, resource distribution. For example, mines are there, so how much to produce? From that iron ore, how much steel to be made? How much different productions, machines to be made? All are done by the government. And at that time, what is the main aim of the government? Keeping society in the mind. Society means all the people. No one is rich and poor. Everyone gets equal benefit of the things. So in 1910, 1920, in the time of October Revolution was there in Russia, Russian Revolution it is also known as. So it felt that it was good. But today, after nearly after 90 to 100 years, it there was a change. In 80s to 90s, there was again in Russia, people were against this type of thing. And Russia, the person like Lenin's big statues were made. In 80s and 90s, they demolished that thing. So many things change from time to time. Many socialist economy have also changed. So what are the reasons and why it happened? You will come to know in the future years when you will study economics in detail. But basic things. In socialist system, what is the main aim? That no competition, economic decision are taken by the state only, and labor is paid wages for return of work. Main thing, you don't have to worry that the production of the company, if it is whatever it is, the sale goes or doesn't, sale increases or decreases, you get your salary, your work. So that is good for them. Then farming is also owned by the state. Farming also is owned by the state, and that labors are according to their ability and according work is taken from them. All are allowed to work. So it is not that whoever produces more, sells more, gets more. All. So the features of socialist system are this, which are mentioned here in your book, page number 125. You can understand what I explained you. And after that, what happens? The advantage, benefits, they are written on page number 126. Unimportant goods are not produced. Means, for example, today many things are made by different companies and all, which are not necessary. Just for an example, previously before 10, 20, 30 years, you can ask your parents also, there were no men, means like products regarding to beautify the person or cosmetic products for men and all, but today many things are there. So I don't understand what it is, but from, if you consider that the needful people, the poor people, their basic requirements are not fulfilled and these things are produced, so sometimes it, we may feel that it is a wastage of resources. So that is the benefit. Necessities over luxuries means luxuries are not given importance. Necessities, basic, सबकी ज़रूरतें पूरी करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट काम करती है, और जो सोशलिस्ट सिस्टम है उसमें काम करता था. And luxuries were not given importance. Then the disparity of income and poverty property is removed. मीन्स इनकम बहुत ज़्यादा कोई रिच हो और बहुत ज़्यादा पुअर हो ऐसा नहीं, लगभग सबकी इनकम वगैरह सेम रहती थी इस तरह से. एंड कंज्यूमर्स आर नॉट एक्सप्लॉइटेड. लेकिन ये जो चीज़ है कि सबकी इनकम सेम, सबका काम, so it may happen sometimes some people, those who are lazy, they may become more lazier because they may feel that we are going to get the same, and those who want to work hard, so there is no difference between that. So following that, every system, everything has its benefits and drawbacks. So in that, consumer exploitation also was not there, but same time limitations were also there. In socialist system, which has come into existence with the noble intention was good, of equal distribution and social welfare, but what happened because of that? Try to understand it. Resources of production are owned. People do not get encouragement or motivation to increase the production. Means उनको लगता था कि जितना है उतना ओके है, कोई ज़्यादा. Lack of competition नहीं थी, so contest and research did not get momentum in the economy. उसके कारण नया कुछ भी जो था नहीं हो पा रहा था. And then the wrong things were done by the government people, means the bureaucrats or the officials. So corruptions increased. Today it happens, many wrong things may be done by different, it may actually, the wrong or corrupt is a person. He or she may be in whichever field, it may be in office, it may be in business, it may be on road, or it may be in the house. The person is wrong, and wherever the person works, that system goes wrong. So there was complete control of government, and as I told you, motivation was not there. So those who were hardworking people, they sometimes feel depressed. So this is about the socialist economy. Now, what is happening today and from last 30, 40 years all over the world, particularly in India, and up to 90s, India was also more like socialist economy. But after 90s, the government brought new change. In 60s and 70s, foreign companies were there, but after 70s they were stopped. Then liberalization era came, and after that new system was developed, which was, see, all the things which I explained you about socialist system, which is we can also call centrally planned economy. Centrally means centrally by the government, who takes the control. So these are some features, all you can see on one screen. While understanding, while learning the answer or understanding this slide, you can keep in front of you. It's a good slide prepared by someone, which I have taken from the media. So it is a good, you can understand all the points and correlate with each other. So what I was telling, that mixed economy, liberalization started, and in that all, government system also and private system also. For example, today, just example of milk. Previously, milk were produced by the cooperative things and all the cooperative sectors were there. But from some years, 10, 20, 30 years, private companies are also there. So there is a healthy competition. The consumer gets a benefit and the producer also. A farmer, he wants to sell his products to private or the government or the cooperative sector, whichever, wherever he gets benefit, he can. So this is simple example of mixed economy. Like in schooling also, for example, private schools are also there, government schools are also there, means semi government schools are also there. So whichever, so these are some things which are there in mixed economy. It is a type of economic system in which public and private sector coexist. Coexist means एक दूसरे के दुश्मन नहीं होते हैं, they are not means but healthy competitors. Coexist, and both the sectors do not work as competitors, rather they work as complementary to each other. अकेले वो सारा काम नहीं कर सकते हैं. So for example, in private sector some things are there, but for that raw material and all, they have to depend on the cooperative sector or the government sector. Steel industries and all there, petroleum industries and all this. So now from last 30 years, petroleum and also private industries are there. So they fulfill each other's need. There is private and individual ownership in agriculture, trade, small consumer good industry. While the basic key area factors like heavy industry, factories producing defense material, ये आपकी बुक छपी है. उसके बाद अब धीरे धीरे from last 1 or 2 year, you will be happy to know that in defense material also the government has started encouraging the private companies also कि defense equipments भी जो हमें foreign से, फ्रांस से, जर्मनी से, अमेरिका से या किसी कंट्री से खरीदने पड़ते थे, and we have to pay heavy amount for that. So government is encouraging the entrepreneurs and companies to make defense production things also. It may be guns, it may be artillery, it may be tanks, it may be means whatever vehicles required. Vehicles are made, लेकिन defense material भी, then railway, electricity, road, irrigation, ये सारे owned by state, but in that also slowly privatization started. In this system of market is not completely free. Government lays control in different ways. Government का control होता है, किस तरह से होता है इसमें I will try to explain you after a 2 minute for in the slide. For example, state lays heavy tax on the production of unwanted things. जो luxury items है, आगे हमने बात की, उसके ऊपर गवर्नमेंट आपके टैक्स लगाती है और वो हायर टैक्स होते हैं. मान लीजिए कि कोई जरूरी चीज़ है उस पर 1 या 2% है, लेकिन लग्जरी, फॉर एग्जांपल आप होटल में खाने जा रहे हैं, 500 रुपये 1000 रुपये का बिल हो रहा है, तो उसमें शायद 5 या 10% टैक्स लगा रही है, बिकॉज दैट इज यू कैन पे. सो गवर्नमेंट फ्रॉम द टैक्स इट कैन हेल्प द पुअर ऑल्सो. सो अनवांटेड थिंग्स, मैनी लग्जरी थिंग्स, आपके परफ्यूम्स हो सकते हैं, आपके अलग अलग जो आप unnecessary, without that also you can survive. In corona last 6 months when lockdown was there, many things were not available, markets were closed, we survived. So basic things are those which were required at that time. तो unwanted things की बात हो गई. In the same way, industries in the backward areas, मतलब जहाँ पे इंटीरियर है, रूरल एरिया है या ट्राइबल एरिया है, वहाँ पे आप इंडस्ट्री सेटअप करते हैं. सो देयर गवर्नमेंट गिव्स द बेनिफिट, सब्सिडी देती है, लो इंटरेस्ट पे लोन्स देती है. वाई? बिकॉज द पीपल नियर बाय दे गेट द एम्प्लॉयमेंट. तो इस तरह से वो रिलैक्सेशन इन द टैक्स. Thus, mixed economy is an economic system in which important place is given in the planning to for taking economic decisions and coexistence सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. आप इस स्लाइड में समझने की कोशिश कीजिए. एक साइड कैपिटलिस्ट है, एक साइड सोशलिस्ट है. द कैपिटलिस्ट मीन्स हियर द countries flags are shown like America and Japan, and here Russia and China's flag are shown. Okay, so here they are private and they are public. So in that agriculture, trade, consumer goods and industry, they are under totally private. And in here public means this is government, public means government, basic and heavy industries, electric and all. So coexistence मतलब capitalist और socialist का coexistence अभी best example, it is given in a book also, that India, France and England, we are following a mixed type of economic system. Competition is not there, we are complementary, government control is there, then economic planning is there, tax on unwanted things and subsidy in the backward area development. These are the key points for that. And in mixed economy, market system is not completely free. Remember this thing. So these are the points which you have to remember, dear students. Now the chapter is nearly going to complete. So what we learn from this? Again reminding you, don't worry about the unit test and all. Whatever 3 chapters one of history, one of geography, and one of economics is told from the exercise behind the book. The questions will be mostly from them only. 90% questions are there. You just try to understand, listen this video again and again, and read the textbook. You will easily, whatever question comes, you can answer. So it is not to learn by heart. You have to understand it, because these particular economics will be useful throughout the life for you. So coming to end this economic development, we saw mixed economy, but mixed economy also has some limitations. That cycles of inflation means जैसे महंगाई बढ़ती है, recession is there, जैसे एकदम से लोगों को काम मिलना कम हो जाता है, एंड रिकवरी एंड ग्रोथ उसके भी इश्यूज होते हैं, क्योंकि कई कंपनीज इतना प्रोड्यूस करती हैं तो गवर्नमेंट कंपनीज शायद उससे कॉम्पीट नहीं भी कर पाती हैं कई बार. इनकंसिस्टेंट इकोनॉमी पॉलिसी means economic policies, government goes on changing, different parties rules come, so at that time they have different ideology, so they give focus on one segment, and at that time others are ignored. whatever manifesto उन्होंने अपने चुनाव में जो भी डिक्लेयर किया है कि हम ये करेंगे उसके हिसाब से तो प्रीवियस गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी एकदम से चेंज कर देते हैं, तो इस टाइप की इनकंसिस्टेंट इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी हो जाती है. एक्चुअली गुड पॉलिसीज विच एवर पार्टी इज रूलिंग दे शुड कंटिन्यू, and they should think about the people, but they have their own manifestos. Then lack of coordination, particularly public and private, means public sector means here the public sector means the institutions, the factories or the industries under government control, and private means totally of a group of a individual or some partners, whatever it is. Then in economic mixed economy, the rate of development is low particularly, so this is the limitation. But I think you have understood if you hear this video properly. Now we are completing this lesson. The exercise given behind this, at present it is not necessary that you have to complete the exercise just now. Whenever you feel, if you write and learn and understand, it will be better for you to write in the test also. Your test of SS will be on 29th of this month, September. So before that, learn these 3 lessons and complete the exercises. Again, this is the last part, conclusion, and socialist feature and market features are given. This is the exercise which you have to do, just a screenshot of that, and I hope you will surely go through this video properly and prepare for your next test, and we will continue after a week for the next chapters in geography and economics. Thank you.